feel like I've opened every single one of these videos by saying I don't know who's good anymore, and that still applies because week 7 was absolutely insane. We had some crazy games, and we even got a game of the year contender. Last week wasn't amazing as I only went 8-7, bringing my total record on the season to 67, 40, and 1. In this video, I'll be predicting every week 8 game with score predictions. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Subscribe takes your second and it really helps me out. Thank you, and let's get started. Miami Dolphins versus Atlanta Falcons. I'm running out of words to describe the Dolphins season. Miserable, depressing, somber, disappointing, I don't know. The fact that Mike McDaniel isn't actively contributing to the United States unemployment rate is a mystery not even Scooby-Doo and Shaggy could solve. And Tua is so far gone with CTE that I'm pretty sure he thinks he's playing golf where the lowest score wins. I give up trying to find positives about the Dolphins. It's basically Divine Achane and that's it. The Falcons lost a rough one to the 49ers in a game where they couldn't get the run game going, and despite the box score not looking that bad, Michael Penix was not good. Also, the defense could not stop CMC. However, this is a get-right game for the Falcons. I'm taking them 30-16. I think Bijan eats against the worst run D in the league, and the Falcons really have no excuse to lose this game. New York Jets versus Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, yeah, if it wasn't confirmed before, it is now. The 2025 Jets are the worst football team of all time. For the second straight week, Justin Fields couldn't surpass 50 passing yards and was even benched for Tyrod Taylor, who didn't do much better. Now you have owner Woody Johnson roasting the quarterback he gave $40 million to, and it's still unclear who's actually going to be starting this week. The sad part is the defense has actually been playing pretty good these past few weeks, but the offense just can't do anything. Maybe they should have traded for Joe Flacco because that move has certainly been working out for the Bengals. Something about quarterbacks named Joe and the Bengals offense just clicks because Flacco put up a 342-yard masterclass against the only starting quarterback older than him, Aaron Rodgers. Jamar Chase had 23 targets, and Flacco also gave us this incredible new meme after he was shocked that Chase actually dropped a pass for once. This won't really be a contest. I'm taking the Bengals 24-17. The Jets defense may be able to keep it kind of close, but I don't expect this to be a competitive game. Cleveland Browns versus New England Patriots. Okay, so Drake May is actually a top 10, maybe even a top 5 quarterback. Against the Titans, he broke Tom Brady's record for the highest completion percentage in a game, completing 21 out of his 23 passes, 91.3%. Patriots are currently on a 4-game winning streak, and in that span, May has completed 78% of his passes with 7 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. With Daniels being injured, May might now be the best QB from the 2024 draft class. What he and Mike Vrabel are doing is unbelievable. The Browns got a nice win over the Dolphins, with Quinshon Judkins having a 3-touchdown game, and Dylan Gabriel was efficient, but there's not much else to say. I'm taking the Patriots 27-17. With the way this team is humming right now, I just can't see them losing to a team like the Browns, and they maintain first place in the AFC East. New York Giants versus Philadelphia Eagles. Giants, oh Giants, what to do with you? You played so well, so freaking well for 3 quarters, but then in the fourth, 33 points allowed. That's absolutely unacceptable, and Shane Bowen deserves to be fired for this. I can't tell what's worse, the fact that the Giants blew a nearly impossible game, or the fact that this wasn't even the worst collapse this season. But yeah, this was really bad, and adjustments need to be made. The Eagles definitely made their own adjustments. They look like a real offense for the first time against the Vikings. Jalen Hurts had the best game of his entire career, finishing with a perfect passer rating, and both Devonta Smith and AJ Brown had over 100 yards. See what happens when you actually throw them the ball. The last time these two played in week 6, the Giants embarrassed the Eagles, but I don't think that happens here. Even with AJ Brown out, give me Philadelphia 28-24. I think they continue their offensive momentum into this game, and at home, they aren't losing to the Giants. Buffalo Bills versus Carolina Panthers. The Bills are spiraling. They were on bye last week, but the week before, they got utterly embarrassed by the Falcons. The final score wasn't awful, but the Bills were dominated in nearly every important metric. Their defense has been genuinely bad these past few weeks, especially against the run, and now they get to face Rico Dowdle, who has been amazing as of late. However, the Panthers will be without Bryce Young. Instead, the Red Rifle will be starting this game. Panthers kind of coasted their way to victory over the Jets, but Young getting hurt does shake them things up. I think the Bills take advantage of this for the 30-23 victory. The Panthers defense still isn't good, and I think Josh Allen or James Cook can rack up a lot of yardage on them. But if they lose this game, then we're gonna have problems. Chicago Bears versus Baltimore Ravens. After an 0-2 start, the Bears have quietly won 4 straight games, and despite being third in the NFC North, they're still sitting at 4-2 with a good shot at making the playoffs. Now, granted, their opponents over that stretch have been either injured messes or simply just hot ass, but 4 straight wins is 4 straight wins. The Ravens were on bye last week, which they desperately needed because it's looking like they're finally getting Lamar Jackson back. Derrick Henry can only do so much when he's the only real offensive threat. With Lamar coming back and being as desperate as they are, I do think the Ravens pull this one out 24-23. Okay, so as I was editing this video, news broke that Lamar Jackson actually won't be playing, so I'm changing my prediction. Bears 27, Ravens 14, because Tyler Huntley sucks ass. San Francisco 49ers versus Houston Texans. I'm officially out on the Texans. After big wins over the Titans and Ravens, I wanted to believe they were turning things around, but the second they played a good team, they withered over and died. CJ Stroud has no time to throw, they can't run the ball, and now Nico Collins is injured. The only thing going right for this team is Will Anderson, who's having a breakout third season and has been a top 5 edge rusher this year. The 49ers are coming off a huge win against the Falcons. I guess sacrificing your entire team to keep CMC healthy was worth it because he just put up 200 scrimmage yards against Atlanta and is currently leading the NFL with nearly 1,000 total yards on the season. Plus, their defense responded really well after losing Fred Warner. Mac Jones is getting the start again, and I think the 49ers win this one 23-20. I just have no faith in the Texans, especially without Collins, and CMC's probably going to have another huge day. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus New Orleans Saints. It took until week 7, but Baker Mayfield finally looked like not the best QB in the NFL for the first time. The Bucs really struggled on offense against the Lions, and unfortunately Mike Evans broke his collarbone, meaning the 1,000-yard streak is officially over. The Saints still suck. What else is new? Spencer Rattler had his first truly horrible game this season, and Chris Olave is the only functional player on this team. This is a get-right game for the Bucs. I'm taking them 34-23. I expect big days out of Baker and Igbuka, and I think they get back in the win column. Dallas Cowboys versus Denver Broncos. It's a miracle. The Cowboys finally had a good defensive performance. They held the Commanders to 22 points, which included a pick 6 from Deron Bland, and their offense dropped off 40 burger, with Dak Prescott, Devontae Williams, George Pickens, and a returning CeeDee Lamb all having big games. The Broncos had a little more of a stressful game, only pulling off one of the most improbable comebacks we've ever seen. They were shut out in the first, second, and third quarter, but somehow scored 33 points in the fourth to come back and win it. Bo Nix had by far his best game of the season, scoring 4 touchdowns and not turning it over once. I'm taking Denver to get another win, 31-28. The Cowboys have yet to win multiple times in a row this season, and they've been awful on the road, so I think Denver grabs another one to stay competitive in the AFC West. Tennessee Titans versus Indianapolis Colts. Okay, do I really need to spend that much time on this game? The spread is Colts 14.5 for a reason. Tennessee is the worst team in the league besides the Jets, and the Colts are the best team in the league besides maybe the Chiefs. Last week they dropped 38 on the Chargers. This will be another big Colts win, 37-20, and that honestly might be giving the Titans too much credit. Green Bay Packers versus Pittsburgh Steelers. The stage is set. Finally, an Aaron Rodgers revenge game on Sunday Night Football. The Steelers did lose last week because of their defense, but Rodgers had his second 4-touchdown game of the season, and he also proved that even at 41 years old, he can still sling the ball 70 yards down the field. It wasn't complete, but that Hail Mary was such an impressive throw for someone of Rodgers' age. The Packers got a surprisingly stressful win over the Cardinals, and somehow they scored exactly 27 points in all of their wins this season. Not to mention Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers were both 27 years old when they won their first Super Bowl, and Love will be turning 27 this season. But in an ironic twist of fate, I'm taking the Steelers 27-24. The scriptwriters are not going to let Aaron Rodgers lose this game, and seriously, I think both he and the defense can make the plays necessary to take down his longtime team. Washington Commanders versus Kansas City Chiefs. Before the season, this looked like a really good Monday night game, but the Commanders are injured all hell, and Marcus Mariota is going to be starting tonight, which isn't good for Washington, especially considering the Chiefs are coming off a 31-0 ass beating of the Raiders, where they didn't even allow 100 total yards. Plus, Rashee Rice came back and scored 2 touchdowns, proving he's fast both off and on the field. Seriously though, this won't be close. Give me the Chiefs 34-17. We all laughed when they were 0-2, but KC might just be the best team in the NFL. But that's it. Those are my Week 8 NFL predictions. Or do you agree? Or do you disagree? Comment below. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop a like and subscribe if you're new, and that's it for me. See ya!